Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for 13 News Now at 6:30. I'm Dana Smith. Temperatures are set to stay above normal across the region this week with a stretch of early season heat. Let's go to meteorologist Evan Stewart, who joins us with the latest. Evan, I know we were mentioning maybe some record-breaking temperatures later in the week.
That's right. We didn't get quite to the record high today. We hit 88 degrees. The record was 90. I think tomorrow we'll see those temperatures at or above the record high, which is also 90 degrees. And it'll be otherwise very similar to today with just a few clouds moving through from time to time. Lots of sunshine through the day as well. And again, still very warm out there. As we take a look at our Thompson Creek Window Company sky view, our camera on top of Nauticus looking over towards Town Point Park and Portsmouth. Temperatures still in the 80s in many spots. It has dropped a little bit along the eastern shore through Virginia Beach and parts of the Outer Banks into the 70s, but it's still 87 in Wakefield, 86 in Norfolk, 85 Virginia Beach, 83 in Currituck, and 82 in Edenton. And these temperatures, for the most part, are still up 3, 4, 5, 6 degrees from this time yesterday. And we'll add on a couple more degrees into the day tomorrow. That'll help us break that record high. Again, the record is 90. We're forecasting a high of 91. Thursday, 89 and mid-80s into the weekend. But you notice once we get past Sunday, a big drop in temperatures. That's a cold front that is going to move through, give us below average temperatures for a couple of days. It'll also bring us a chance at some showers, not a good soaking rain like we could use to help out the drought situation, but it will drop those temperatures into early next week. Then temperatures moderate back up into the mid-70s for the rest of the week. I'll have more on the heat and more on that cold front when I come back in about 20 minutes. Dana?
All right. Thanks so much, Evan. 18-year-old Isaiah Charity, who turned himself in for his alleged role in the mass shooting at the oceanfront this weekend, appeared in court today. Derek Lyda was there and spoke with Charity's lawyer and the Virginia Beach Deputy Commonwealth's attorney.
While Isaiah Charity's lawyer tells me he's a good kid, no criminal history, and believes his client will be proven innocent in this mass shooting, the Deputy Commonwealth Attorney in Virginia Beach tells me with a case like a mass shooting on the oceanfront, they will prosecute those responsible to the fullest extent of the law. A criminal complaint details 18-year-old Richmond native Isaiah Charity was ID'd as one of the alleged shooters. His lawyer, Jeff Swartz, says Charity turned himself in and wants to prove he's innocent.
He came down here with his family to turn himself in voluntarily to begin this process of proving his innocence.
Charity faces 8 counts of aggravated malicious wounding, 8 counts of use of a firearm and commission of a felony, and 8 counts of reckless handling of a firearm with injury.
Good young man, never been in trouble before, was on track to graduate from high school where he's been an honor roll student. He's been accepted into colleges.
Aggravated malicious wounding in the state of Virginia can be punished by 20 years to life in prison. Virginia Beach Deputy Commonwealth's Attorney Andrew Rice says given this was a mass shooting, those responsible need to be held accountable.
We need to prosecute these people to the fullest extent of the law. And so a malicious wounding charge actually carries more time than an attempted murder charge.
While the legal process plays out, Rice says city leadership is meeting with the city attorney to see what safety measures are legal to implement immediately.
You park your car at 17th Street and a police officer is immediately going to search you. That's not possible. It's illegal. We can't do that.
While he had been advocating for a House Bill 778 in Virginia that was shot down, that would have brought extra security to pop-up events at the oceanfront, Rice believes a temporary measure will come in the next few weeks.
Maybe it's similar to a DUI checkpoint that's been vetted. It's not a random thing. It's something that's publicized.
Derek Lytle, 13 News Now.
Charity will be in court early Friday morning for a bond hearing. A third suspect remains at large. In the wake of the shooting, safety at the Virginia Beach oceanfront is top of mind. Layla Cox says how a local police group is responding.
The Virginia Beach Police Benevolent Association says stricter enforcements are needed to keep the oceanfront safe. They say if March and April's incidents aren't a wake-up call to leaders in Virginia Beach to Richmond, things could get too far out of hand.
Back-to-back months in Virginia Beach, gunfire breaks out at the oceanfront, leaving a total of 14 people hurt in a span of 35 days. The question for residents, visitors, and city officials is, what more can be done to keep the resort area safe? Brian Luciano with the Virginia Beach Police Benevolent Association tells 13 News Now it's a question that should go beyond the popular tourist area.
This is an issue that needs to be addressed throughout the entire city.
Just 3 days ago, a shooting on Atlantic Avenue left 8 people injured. Luciano says what is happening in the city is a bad case of deja vu.
When you have someone who is comfortable enough to pull out a weapon, seeing the police presence that's there and firing, that's doubly concerning.
The VBPA urges police leaders to review current protocols and consider, quote, aggressive policing tactics like stop and frisk.
We all know that works, that for some reason we got afraid to do.
Historically, civil rights groups like the NAACP and ACLU have fought against tactics such as stop and frisk, saying they can lead to unfair targeting of certain groups. While the Benevolent Association applauds Virginia Beach Police for increasing security personnel along the oceanfront for the past 2 months, Luciano says a variety of manpower is needed to put an end to gun violence.
We need our partners at the Sheriff's Department to assist us. We need our partners in the state police to assist us. We need our partners with alcohol beverage control to assist us. So this is going to take everyone.
Layla Cox, 13 News Now.
The Virginia Beach Police Association does not support the deployment of the National Guard to the oceanfront. The group says state agencies must come together to ensure safety. And police in Hampton are investigating a stabbing that injured a woman early this morning. It happened around 3:15 on Langley Avenue near King Street, not far from Mercury Boulevard. Police say the woman is expected to survive. Anyone who might know something is asked to call Hampton Police or the crime line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP. New details tonight on a shooting that left a man dead in Virginia Beach. Last week, police arrested Juan Armstrong for allegedly killing his brother Michael Armstrong on Chancery Square. Brittany Miller has more.
An Oklahoma man is charged with second-degree murder in Virginia Beach for the death of his brother. According to a criminal complaint, 46-year-old Juan Armstrong shot his younger brother in the head, leaving him to die inside a home on Chancery Square in the Windsor Oaks neighborhood.
I saw some dude put his hands up and sit down on the curb, and he was getting arrested. And I don't know exactly if he was a suspect or not, but he did seem like he was.
That's how a Windsor Oaks neighbor described Armstrong's arrest the day of the shooting. Court documents from the Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court say only 19 minutes passed from the time someone dialed 911 to when police put Juan Armstrong in handcuffs. Police say witnesses reported that Juan and his brother, 41-year-old Michael Armstrong, were arguing before the shot was fired at about 1:31 p.m.
There was a bunch of EMS cars and unmarked cars. It was a lot.
Michael Armstrong was pronounced dead by 1:45. According to police, Juan admitted to having a .40 caliber gun and to shooting his brother Michael. The gun was found during a search of the home the same day. Brittany Miller, 13 News Now.
Also in Virginia Beach, today a woman pleaded guilty in the shooting death of her 90-year-old father. The Commonwealth reduced her first-degree murder charge to second-degree murder as part of a plea deal. Jeremiah Beatty has the story.
Jennifer Mulligan pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in a felony firearm charge in connection to the death of her 90-year-old father. The maximum sentence is 43 years. Under a plea deal, she's expected to serve about 17 years. Now, we're told the judge will make the final decision during her sentencing in August, but today the Commonwealth amended the first-degree murder charge to second-degree murder. Jennifer Mulligan admitted to shooting her 90-year-old father, Woodard McClure, in the head. It happened May of last year at a home they shared on Rodney Lane in Virginia Beach. Her attorney, Roger Whitus, tells 13 News Now Mulligan was her father's caretaker for about 2 years. She volunteered to oversee his care after his nursing home closed. Whitus says Mulligan suffered various cycles of abuse from her father, an ex-husband that he says impacted her actions that day. He says from the start, Mulligan has cooperated with police and even admitted to shooting her father.
She allowed them to search through her phone, and she's cooperated every step of the way. And then after that, being able to talk to her siblings who helped to confirm the abuse and the trauma that she had suffered.
Her sentencing date is set for August 4th. Then we'll hear more evidence and character witness statements, including from Mulligan's family. In Virginia Beach, Jeremiah Beatty, 13 News Now.
Coming up, 3 elementary school staff members in Franklin face serious criminal charges. What parents are saying tonight. Tonight, 3 staff members at a Franklin City public school are facing serious charges, accused of physically assaulting children in a special education classroom. Brianna Fallon has details from police and parents.
These staff members are facing serious charges, including misdemeanors and felonies. According to a criminal complaint, investigators with the Franklin Police Department watched video evidence of SP Morton Elementary School staff members Jesse Blow and Tabitha Saunders aggressively restrain a nonverbal student in a chair meant for posture support. Now, both employees are facing multiple charges, including abduction by force and assault and battery.
In one of the incidents, the video showed a student who did not appear to be a threat to himself or others aggressively being restrained.
Detective Corporal Peter Trimble with the Franklin Police Department says Dana Blow, a teacher at the school, is also facing separate charges, accused of assault and delinquency of a minor for flicking a child's ear. 13 News Now spoke with Chelsea Tuning about these incidents at the school about a month ago. Tuning has an autistic nonverbal child in the classroom where the alleged assaults took place.
I'm glad that this came to light and one of the parents came forward about the restraint use.
Tuning and other parents, including April Edwards, say they filed other separate complaints against the school. Edwards sent 13 News Now this letter confirming the U.S. Department of Education Office of Civil Rights recently opened an investigation against the school for her child under claims that the staff in the special education classroom failed to implement IEPs.
It seems that they take advantage of the children that are nonverbal. I'm happy to know that it's going to be out and it's going to be stopped.
Brianna Fallon, 13 News Now.
In a statement, Franklin City Public Schools said in part the 3 staff members are no longer working in the classroom, and the school division remains committed to maintaining a safe learning environment for students. And we're learning more about the arrest of a Dare County man in connection with the murder of a woman in New Jersey 35 years ago. Lisa McBride disappeared in 1990. Her body was found a few months later in a wooded area. McBride's remains were exhumed in 2022 to get a DNA sample for comparison. In February of this year, there was a match to Robert McCaffrey Jr. Investigators then confirmed he was living in the area at the time of McBride's disappearance.
So all these years I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, wondering, saying, you know, with DNA and all this stuff, why can't they do something for Lisa?
McCaffrey's DNA was entered into the FBI-managed Combined DNA Index system after he was arrested in connection with his wife's disappearance in 2012. He was not indicted on murder charges, but did serve 10 years for obstruction of justice. Some Virginia Beach restaurant owners say added costs are driving customers and business away. More on the recent push to repeal the city's meal tax after the break. A group in Virginia Beach is petitioning to roll back the city's meal tax. Some restaurant owners and advocates say the tax is hurting business. Patrick Gray is in Virginia Beach with more.
Going out for a meal at places like Ocean Eddy's is a time-honored tradition, but a Virginia Beach meal tax has made it more expensive for those to do so. But a new petition looks to change that.
Orders up. I said, first of all, people go to restaurants to mourn the people that we love. We go to celebrate the people we love, and we also go there to meet for lots of reasons.
But it's difficult for those restaurants. In November, Virginia Beach City Council introduced an additional 6% to the end of your bill, bringing the total tax on dining out to 12%.
Every night that I work, that someone says, hey, these taxes are really high here. Yeah, and I kind of go into my spiel.
Ocean Eddy's restaurant manager and Virginia Beach Restaurant Association President Debbie Lou Haig is seeking change. It's an effort Waverly Woods, chair of the Virginia Beach Tea Party and CEO of the Virginia Freedom Caucus, is fronting.
There's a lot of businesses that are struggling in this economy to keep their doors open, and this is a burden to them.
She's supporting the Repeal the Meal tax referendum and starting a coalition between both organizations to help spread the message.
We're reaching out to the community. We want to go to businesses and get their support. We're going to leave them with some petitions.
Gathering signatures to try and keep businesses like Ocean Eddy's in Virginia Beach. And while the petition is just for the referendum, it's a start that Ocean Eddy's and the Virginia Beach Restaurant Association is excited to see. In Virginia Beach, Patrick Gray, 13 News Now.
And supporters of the petition say they will be out getting signatures for weeks to come. In June, the city told us the meal tax increase will be used to fund major projects in the city. We are still in the heart of allergy season, and health experts say for some the impacts go beyond a stuffy nose or congestion. Marta Berglund explains the other symptoms you should look out for.
It's that time of year in Hampton Roads. Extreme tree pollen levels over the past few weeks causing health impacts.
People are very familiar with the typical allergy symptoms that people experience. So itchy, watery eyes, runny nose, itchy throat.
But Dr. Robin Anderson with Centera Health says even if you're not feeling the classic allergy symptoms, your body may still be reacting.
You can also get things like fatigue and headaches from allergies, and it can also cause people to have difficulty sleeping.
Dr. Anderson says patients often complain about those symptoms this time of year without connecting the dots to pollen.
Many times people don't draw the conclusion about the difficulty sleeping, the headaches, and the fatigue from allergies. Oftentimes they'll mention it to their healthcare provider and will say, oh yes, those are allergy-related symptoms.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says a quarter of adults were diagnosed with seasonal allergies in 2024. The agency also says women and adults ages 45 to 64 are the most likely to be impacted. And for those who haven't suffered due to current tree pollen levels, Dr. Anderson says the season is far from over. There may be symptoms to come.
Symptoms are going to be consistent. It's all related to that allergy pathway. Now, sometimes the symptoms can be more or less severe depending upon your allergy response. So you may have a worse allergic reaction or response to trees than you do to grass.
For 13 News Now, I'm Marta Berglund.
All right, let's go to meteorologist Evan Stewart now. Evan, what's the allergy report looking like?
Well, we are looking at extreme levels of tree pollen, oak, maple, and elm. And as the doctor was saying, once the tree pollen starts to go down, that's when the grass pollen starts to kick in. It's already kicked in, and it's at some moderate levels. And then after the grass comes the ragweed, and of course, into the fall comes the mold. Now, one thing that does help, at least temporarily knock back some of those pollen levels, would be some rain, and we really don't have any significant chances of rain coming up over the next 7 days. Just a low-end rain chance on Friday, a little bit of a better chance on Sunday with a cold front moving through. But of course, you add on the water, and that causes the plants to grow, and that eventually does increase the pollen as well. But it does at least help wash some of that gunky stuff off of our cars anyways. Now, we don't have a lot of rain in the next 7 days, but the 8 to 14 day outlook is showing much of the country, especially here through the Mississippi Valley, seeing wetter than normal conditions or a better chance at seeing wetter than normal conditions. So hopefully we'll start to see this pattern break. But we do have the drought situation across Hampton Roads, and I think with this heat coming up this week, it is actually going to get a little bit worse. Take a look at the satellite and radar through the day today. A lot of sunshine, even a couple of high clouds moved in from time to time. Those have started to clear out, and we'll look for clear conditions through the evening and into the early part of the overnight. Temperature still in the 70s by 11 o'clock tonight. That's still above our normal high temperature this time of year, and we'll start out in the 60s on your Wednesday morning. Through the afternoon, up to 91 degrees. The record high is 90 tomorrow, so I think we'll at least tie it, if not break it. Again, we're forecasting a high of 91. I think there'll be a lot of car thermometers and bank thermometers reading the low 90s into tomorrow afternoon. Evening and overnight, mainly clear, just a couple of clouds from time to time. Thursday starting out in the 60s, and by the afternoon, we're back up into the upper 80s, getting close to 90 degrees. Thursday's record is 91. I don't think we'll quite get there on Thursday. Then we'll see those temperatures drop a little bit as we head into the weekend. More significant drop into Monday as that cold front moves in. But right now on our Thompson Creek Window Company sky view, still a few of those high thin clouds streaming in. Sunny, 86 with a southwest breeze at 16 miles per hour. The good news with this heat, the humidity isn't too bad. Humidity at 35%, dew point is 55, so that's certainly helping the situation. It's not as muggy as it could be, say, in July or August. Mentioned earlier that it has cooled down a little bit closer to the coastline, 70 at Wallops Island, 74 in Manio, but a lot of us just about inland still in the 80s and even mid to upper 80s, 87 in Wakefield, 86 Hampton and Norfolk, 84 in Elizabeth City, and 85 in West Point. We'll get down to 67 tonight, and tomorrow 91. Mostly sunny and tying or breaking that record high of 90 degrees. 89 on Thursday, 85 Friday, mid-80s into Saturday and Sunday. And of course, Sunday we have that cold front moving in, giving us a chance at some of those afternoon showers and dropping temperatures back into the 60s with mostly sunny skies on Monday and Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Evan. A dry stretch of weather across Hampton Roads is raising red flags for the impacts of a drought. Next. While other areas get hit with heavy rain, here in Hampton Roads, we are on track to have one of the driest Aprils ever. Meteorologist Taylor Stephenson explains.
We're in the midst of a hot and dry pattern here in Hampton Roads in northeastern North Carolina. The lack of rainfall for the majority of this week will most likely enhance our drought. And if we continue to experience dry conditions, this month could end up as one of the driest Aprils in history. Take a look at this. These are the top 5 driest Aprils ever recorded in Norfolk. April 1915 is the 5th driest April with less than an inch of rainfall. Aprils 1994, 1942, and 1913 are in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spots respectively. The driest April on record is April 1985 with only 0.43 inches of rainfall at the airport. This month, Norfolk has accumulated just over half an inch of rain. If this number holds, this would place April 2026 as the 2nd driest April in Norfolk. This is also well below the average April rainfall of 3.37 inches. The good news is rain chances slightly rise later on this week. Stay tuned to the forecast for more details. For 13 News Now, I'm meteorologist Taylor Stephenson.
And Evan told us about that chance of rain. We definitely can use it, Evan.
Yes, we could.
All right. Thank you for watching. You can stream all of our broadcasts right here on 13 News Now Plus. We'll see you again for 13 News Now at 11. Have a wonderful night.